It's happening Monday. I'm not going to be here today. Just thought I'd drink a beer and tell you that with him.
Is that why you're not here? You're like mentally, far, far away.
No, I hadn't decided if I was going to do one or not. The weather's nice enough that I really wanted to smoke that. Still could, I guess, that David off that I got from Gun Glutton.
We'll just have to do it.
Problem is that looks like about a 45 to 55 minute cigar.
That's a long one.
And unless now I'm trying to rejuvenate one of the Blue Line cigars, so I put it in the bag because Gun Glutton sent one of those gel packs that.
I heard people missed them.
Missed it? We just dunk it completely underwater, give it 15 seconds.
I don't know if I'd do that.
It's a good cigar, but I'm here to tell you. Here's what Steve from Blue Line, if you're listening or not, I really don't give a shit anymore, but he gave me some pretty cool coins, and I have them. He just like freaked out over wanting to give money to active heroes when we proved that they don't give a shit about veterans. They're, well, that's a strong word. If you want to have a wedding ceremony in one of Justin's cabins, that takes priority over having a veteran there, and that's where we hopped off, and that's where Steve went his separate way. But Steve, if you ever happen to see this, the cigars are really good, but these are not for the faint of heart. The very first one I ever had, I mean, at that time, I think I was smoking a cigar either every day or every other day because I had 2 humidors.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, I remember I was over here when you were getting those.
I smoked one of those, and I must have been about 3/4 of the way through it, and all of a sudden I was like, whoa.
This one's hitting.
Dude. And the problem when a cigar really hits is it usually...
Is this just tobacco?
For me, when a cigar hits hard, though, it's usually like makes my stomach upset, and I love suspenders. Oh, so... We're
getting to the bottom of the barrel.
We're getting that way. We could review a whiskey. Just turn the fucking camera on and come down here. I said, hey, do you want to do this one? And he goes, I don't give a shit what we review. And I'm like, I reviewed this on the other channel. Well, that channel got deleted. Doesn't exist anymore. Well, you know, everybody's here to get my in-depth review on alcohol, and they're not really here for guns and knives and my shenanigans. So then I said, you know what? Miles bought these. We could do these. And then we decided we're going to do that. Ooh. Yeah. Wow. That's a nice horse. So we're going to do a dozen minutes. Sugar Shack from 3rd Street. This is a maple stout weighing in at 6.5. Yeah. Sorry. This is roasted malts with vanilla notes. This is a vanilla porter from Breckenridge, and this one's 5.4.
Now, are you just gonna fill both of ours up with the 2 cans, or?
Well, I could. You know what? Actually, what works really nice. Now, how many beers do you think this holds?
I'm gonna guess 3.
Because after I put 2 the bigger cans in here, I was surprised at how much air was still available. So, it's deceiving, I'll say that.
Well, yeah, I was thinking 3, but just after seeing this, I'd say even more. I'd say 4 or 5 if you're looking at 12 ounces.
I'm thinking this is one of those days where we could get, if we had another one of these,
go out in the backyard and get drunk.
So you could get through their science flask first.
Well,
without falling down.
We could get one of those Hop Slam mini kegs. You know, we still were trying to do that.
Here's what I'm thinking. Let's find out. You know what? Now it will start to narrow.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I was thinking 3 because it gets smaller at the top, but it held that bottom pretty good.
You know, you may be right. It's probably not 4. So if I start pouring, the mix is going to be off. So it's better just to share at this point. I mean, after all, this should be a whole glass. It's science, man.
This is probably better than Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Boy. I used to think that guy was okay, and it turns out that he's actually he's a complete idiot and a libtard.
Yep. No, I'm right there with you. I used to watch him when I get done with school on occasion.
If someone didn't tell him science stuff, he wouldn't be able to find his butthole with a string and a cork.
Really? I don't know if I'd be able to find my butthole with a string and a cork, though.
You know, he's probably gained some knowledge. I mean...
He's a TV host. Or... had his own TV series.
I smell maple.
I do, too. I smell a little vanilla on top of the maple.
You know what it smells a little bit like? Is that stupid maple whiskey that Miles so much likes. Someone ended up sending like a reserve bottle for him. Right. If you pour it in a shot glass, I have to bring the shot glass up and wash it because you can't just wipe it out.
So I told Jim's brother that I was going to make this internet public. That's our good buddy Jimmy boy there. That's his brother. His brother decided to have a little fun with him when he passed out. And, well, the next day, it was noticed. However...
Where was the other one?
Right on top of his head. The one thing Jim did not notice was the one that was painted on top of his head.
Okay, I'm going right in by telling you I don't like this at all.
This?
Yes. Because it
reminds you
tastes exactly like this. If you did a shot of this and had that.
I've had plenty of that. Actually, it does. But without all the alcohol. I don't think it's horrible, actually. I think it mixes pretty decent.
I know it's making a good beer.
If you like that flavor, it's great. But if you're not a huge,
I think there was a time I don't remember. Someone could correct me. We had already had 1 or 2 beers, and then I think we had at least 2 shots of this. And of course, you know how
Miles
gets after like 1.
Can't be any worse.
I mean, before the brew review, before he came on the brew reviews, Miles wasn't a drinker. I mean,
I've never seen him drink. You tainted that guy.
That's why I say your wife hates me. No, she doesn't. I can tell that look. I can tell when the eyes say "fuck you." You can tell. I mean, I gained a little ground when I fixed her gun.
I thought she would like you all the more because you get him out of her hair. But
yeah, I thought I would like provide a service that she would like.
You better tell her, hey. So do I get babysitting allowance?
Yeah, I get a gratuity for. No, I went backwards. I had gained some grounds with her, but evidently I went way backwards when I completely freaked her out when I shot past her on Vivian. I mean, Vivian does, I don't even know what Vivian does before the rev limiter gets hit in first gear. And she was like puttering out of this lot, and we were in a 65 mile an hour zone heading towards Carrick.
Yeah. On
23. And she's still going like 40 miles an hour, and I look back at Miles, and I had just started hitting V-boost at like 5,500, and I gunned it. And that bike, I think I was in a wheelie as I went past her, and I didn't let off until I was well into the triple digits. I think I let off at 120 or 121 or something.
It's like I was cruising.
But put it this way, by the time I let off on the throttle, all I did was coast, and it took them about 12 minutes to catch up to me. And like I said, there was no throttle for like a good almost 12 to 15 minutes before.
Did you pop it in neutral?
Yeah, at some point, because
I was gonna say because it will rev down, obviously. So I'm figuring to go that far, you probably popped it back in neutral.
Yeah, I don't want to use up all my momentum on 4. I think the V. I can't remember what the VMAX is. I know my FCR was 10-to-1 compression. I think the VMAX is a little less, but either way, you let off on the throttle at any speed, and you get some momentum braking. First is Clyde saying first. Then he says, guess what? Whiskey and Revolution. Hector says third, but best. Cold-hearted bastard. 2 thumbs up and 2 shots. Zippy will not comply, and
that's what I want. I know I told you last time I went to India, and they just came out with that.
That's an Indian?
Yeah. The only reason why I don't like this is a fucking 1200. I don't need a 1200. Yeah, you like that, huh?
Yeah, that's. I cannot believe that. Wow, I like that color scheme. Show them that inverted. I don't even hate that stock exhaust. A lot of bikes, like the newer the Gen 2 VMAXs,
yeah,
the fucking ugliest exhaust system I've ever seen. I think if I went up to a dealership and bought one, I'd take a Sawzall and cut it off right in the parking lot. You can have this. I mean, of course,
I would probably sell it. Try to make at least a couple $100 back.
Yeah. The only downside that I have is because Vivian, the VMAX, is supposed to be 4-into-2, and because I'm 4-into-1, I had to nipsey the center stand. So I do not have a center stand, and the center stand makes it a lot easier to do everything from airing up your tires to checking the oil change. I mean, you're supposed to check the oil when it's sitting flat, and now it's like a 2-person thing, or I have to grab the bike and pray I don't pull it too far towards me.
I never had a center stand on any of my bikes, so I mean, not a lot of bikes do. I don't think.
Usually, if there's some kind of a cruiser, they probably will.
Yeah,
Anything sporty is not gonna.
Anything real heavy.
Zippy, definitely. Don't fall for the trap. Don't. This. Our country's fucked. I'm sorry. I just have to say it. Every time you turn around, it's just one more thing. Good friend of mine, William. His channel is Willwood487. Messaged me today with screenshots about how his channel is being deemed not worthy of monetization. And he didn't make a shit ton. It's more about the
hobby and just keeping the funds going to do what he's doing, I'm guessing.
I don't think it's even that. I think it's just a pride thing, or you got to be kidding me thing. He was so vivid. I mean, you could just hear him probably screaming at his phone when he was sending me the messages. He's like, because I told him, I said, I warned you years ago. The first channels that they're going to be messing with and possibly deleting are channels that feature reloading. And what does he have?
Reloading.
He has a lot of reloading and gunsmithing. And he goes, what a bunch of woke pieces of shit. Reloading and gunsmithing, not only are they both legal, but this is nice. Overall, everything. I think her forehead's good too.
Yeah.
Bet you could punch her in the gut and she'd go, "Settle your gut, bitch." Not like he said. He goes, reloading and gunsmithing. Not only is it frickin' legal, but it goes back to the dawn of the creation of this country and what makes us us and what makes us what the United States is supposed to be. He goes, we've lost this battle. And I said, the one thing I won't do is throw in the towel. And one of the things is do not comply to just about everything. I didn't stop who I am. You know, if they want to close down my YouTube channel, so be it. The core people that are my friends will just keep finding whatever the next channel is. And since how I haven't received a strike yet, I haven't created the, or had to have Poco create the next channel. But Poco, it might not be a bad idea. Just saying.
I got to get Charlie to do something too. I'm sure he could probably drop something pretty quick and easy.
For what?
For your brew channel.
Oh. Yeah, well, are you going to have your son draw a picture of me wearing a fuck 46, wearing a penis on my head, wearing beer goggles?
I could. I mean, you've seen his drawings. He's pretty good.
I mean,
probably do that pretty easy.
If you look at it without spending too much time, which unfortunately he would because he'd be painting it, yeah, I just kind of look like a bald guy wearing welding goggles.
Mm-hmm.
I don't look like a gigantic dick.
Did you see that FBI agent that was accusing Trump of Russian collusion? You see that he just got arrested for Russian collusion?
Serious?
No joke.
Wow.
The guy that was investigating and blaming Trump for Russian collusion was just arrested for it.
Good. Shit. What do you want me to pour you a shot of?
I'll pour you a shot of this.
God.
I'm kidding. I don't know. I don't care. So, go ahead and surprise me. Just none of that shit.
You know, one of these days, there'll be a day that you're not working, and not working the day after. They're probably shot by now. I should look. If not, because I'm going to put them in my water tonight, is I bought lemons and limes. And all you need is some salt and some tequila.
You see, I just drink mine straight, but that's fine. Yeah, now I forgot what I was going to ask you.
This was just to me, which... You going to ask me something?
I was going to, I forgot.
These are the bingo boards from Redneck.
Good guess.
I still don't know how this can...
You're going to have to put their initials on the board. But it's like, you're going to also have to give them a fucking week's time to have everyone enter. So you know who actually is going to play. I might have a couple daubers at home for you, too.
Oh, good. Have you ever been to, like, the casino?
Yes.
Those old women. Oh, my God, they look like fucking dauber ninjas.
Well, I go to the bars, though, and they do the same thing. Fuck, they'll buy 10 boards, and you're sitting there struggling with 2, and they're just like, dun 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 dun, ready for the next.
I haven't found B1 yet.
It's like, can I get a repeat?
This was also just my name. And it's obviously some kind of apparel.
Typically your name?
Well, it wasn't like Butthead or Dick Burger or Mr. Cheesehead or...
Did I tell you the one that I saw the girl use? I thought it was hilarious. I had to read it a couple times to get it. So this girl, her name was Phil. This is Phil. And then her last name, she put MCHUNT. So McCunt. Phil McCunt. I thought that was pretty damn good. Oh wow. See, now unfortunately that should be my shirt because you're usually, the one that's always getting inebriated. I'm just the one that spectates.
Yeah. This is the shirt that I have to... This is the shirt that I have to leave down here and plan on wearing if I know you and Miles will be here at the same time.
Oh, God. Well, you told me I'd come in the other day. I was like, I think I'm just going to sleep through this one.
Probably best.
I don't have a problem with Miles, but it's tough doing 3 people down here.
Shit show supervisor.
And if Jeremy was down here, hey, I'll suffer with the 3 people because I don't ever get to see him, But it's like, There's not a lot of room, especially when you're trying to sit in front of the camera.
Well, you know, I don't know. Miles, I don't know if the other day was special or if it happens all the time and I was just annoyed because of microwaves being beamed in by the CIA. But, like, he was, like, right here.
Isn't he kind of always?
If I turned, I could have licked something.
Honestly, you could probably go and take some of these videos and bring them to a judge and say he raped you. I mean...
Like, personal space, okay? See? Look at this. I can't... Miles, I cannot touch Matt from my standing position.
Well, you
already.
can. You can touch my shoulder, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but it's like... I'm trying to read, and it's like, come on, you're breathing on my neck. I'm getting kind of horny.
He's sitting back here.
The funky comadina. Oh, sorry. I'm going to pick something good. I just don't know how good to pick.
I want to pick something good, but I just don't know how good. You know what? I know you've been doing a lot of Boomba, and I'll pass on that today too. I think me and Jim and his brother polished off like 2.5 bottles the other night.
Well...
And we were still, me and his brother were still rocking out hard, having a good time. Fucking Jim's just passed the fuck out. That's...
Well, Christine took the one upstairs, and it stayed there. The weekend came along, and I started adding that to my my French vanilla creamer in the coffee.
Works good.
I don't even remember what... Oh, Mike's like, hey, you think you could drive me into the store?
Not today.
And I looked at Christine, she goes, who's that? I go, Mike wants me to drive him to the store. She goes, how many coffees have you had? Because, you know, she's in there hearing me. Got the quirk. Well, yeah, no, I can't drive. I'm sorry. That was you. I think you ended up sleeping long, but hold on, you're not even going to believe this. Thankfully, she doesn't watch these. Samantha, she wanted me and Christine, but I told her that's not going to happen. Christine's not feeling good. It was on Saturday when I was running my errand. She wanted me to meet over at that place that has all, I guess their mixology is incredible. It's over on Tower.
Okay.
And I go, I don't know. She goes, you know what? She goes, I am totally great if you want to bring your boyfriend. And
your boyfriend.
And I'm like, my boyfriend? And she goes, yeah, not Miles. She goes, bring Matt. Well,
that's probably because Gage talked to her and told her that he'd seen me out at the bar.
I don't know. All Sam says is, she goes, well, I know Matt thinks I hate him. I don't. She goes, I just like fucking continuously harassing him and sticking it to him.
I don't think she hates me. I know she likes me a lot better than Miles. That's the win. You've already told me that. I've got Sam in the bag and Lily's the hater, and Miles, it's the other way around.
Yeah, the Miles, because I know he watched it, so they know. That's right, he hasn't mentioned that, so I can't mention that. I know he's got more airtime. He's got Lily, and you got Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just like, I go, but the problem is still the same, Sam. If it's me and Matt, then one of us drove. And I said,
yep, that's the problem.
I said, you know what? I would rather, I tell you, the scenario that would work the best is if the two of you came and picked me up. She goes, well, I could bring you guys back.
Yep.
And I go, then one of you didn't drink.
Yep, pick us up and then maybe we'll catch a cab or something.
I told her, I said, if you brought us over, it would be best if me and Matt just like Ubered home.
See, and that's what I don't usually mind if, like, you know, there's been a couple times Sam actually brought me over to Superior, you know, after like our show or something, because she was here. I don't mind going over to Superior if I get a ride or going somewhere and drinking. I'll take a cab back. But they're fucking not cheap. I don't want to take a cab over somewhere to drink and then cab back home. I mean, that's, fuck, you're looking at $50 to $100 a minimum on just cab fare. It's crazy.
I haven't done the Uber since...
I never do Ubers. SK Taxi is always cheap and really quick for me.
Well, I'm up for whatever one is the cheapest.
SK I always... Dude, there's someone that lives 2 houses down the other side of the block from SK. And they're dirt cheap. They're fast. I don't think I've ever waited more than 17, 20 minutes for a ride from them. They're always real quick. And they're the cheapest ones I know.
That would work. I mean, here's the thing. Let's just say it was $100. Me and you decided we're gonna go meet Sam and Gage.
2 of us, that's still only 50. So it's like someone getting a ride over there.
But just go with my math for a second.
All right.
Let's just say it's $100 each.
$100 each, you mean?
How much money just got saved over a little stay at the Douglas County Hotel and reservations with a judge,
you know
and
what?
Classes.
I completely agree with you. However, though, if you do take the other option, you get free breakfast.
Okay, yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
No,
I've done that a few times. That's why I don't drive no more.
My cutoff is 1 drink. Like when we do dinner with the Colos, it's now dark, and Christine doesn't like to drive, so I usually have a Bloody Mary before dinner, and by the time I get in that car to come home, it's been over 2 hours.
Yeah.
And if I have two drinks, even though I'm already technically in trouble, because in Minnesota, you can drink with a firearm on your side as long as you haven't gone over the limit, which is a lot less than driving.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is, if I have more than 1 drink when we go out for our once a month dinner, Christine not only ends up with the pleasure of driving home, but she ends up with the gun. And that's why I wanted her to get her conceal and carry. Because I never leave her breaking the law. Because before, when we used to go into the bank, I'd put it in the cubby or I'd stick it between the seats. And technically, Christine is in a car with a loaded firearm within arm's reach. I have put her in jeopardy. And she's like, well, I'd like to be able to carry when I want to. And I said, but if I go into the post office or the bank, I carry everywhere, actually. I'm just saying that because there was times. In the beginning, I used to not carry at the post office, but...
Can't you carry in a bank, though?
Legally, you can carry...
Unless they have it posted.
Legally, you can pretty much carry anywhere in Duluth right now, except for the courthouse and the post office. Even if it's posted, the most you could possibly do is if they told you to leave and you argue.
It's trespassing.
Then that's
what I thought it was something like that, something stupid.
And believe it or not, when that whole bullshit went through, they had to be a exact size. So if there's just like this little sticker on the door, it doesn't exist. Because legally it has to be of this dimension and that kind of shit. Oh, speaking of that.
Well, hell, even the mall, I don't think you're supposed to carry or something, but it's like...
That's, again, the worst that could happen.
My sister used to work there. She gets jobs there off and on, like part-time in the winter usually. She'll fucking carry every day. She don't give a shit. She just, you know what she does? She goes to the doors that doesn't have it on the side. Or doesn't have the sign on it. Because then all they can do is tell her, hey, you need to leave with that. Hey, it wasn't even, I came in these doors, it wasn't even...
Well, you can let her know. Even if the sign is there, it legally means absolutely nothing. If they think you have a gun and they ask you to leave... She
knows that.
If they ask you to leave, they're going to...
She knows that. She just tries to minimize any of the issues.
Find the loopholes.
Yeah.
You gotta hurry, because I'm actually making a really good dinner.
Yeah, I gotta make tuna. Oh, you mean your fucking chicken Vegemite sandwich? Yuck.
That was actually not bad.
No, that looked disgusting.
No, I'm making Philly cheesesteaks tonight.
Oh.
And that's like 2 hours from now, so...
You were supposed to make me one of those, too.
I'm in trouble. Poco, well, hello there, Poco. No booze? Would they call that a bloody temple? Poco, the brace ban is just the middle finger in retaliation for bump stocks. Probably. Rich Huff says cheers all. Redneck says, greetings, Captain. 5 pepper mix. Nice. Look forward to hearing what you think. So far, it's my least favorite of the 3. Haven't had the other 2 yet.
What's that?
The Mix Masters.
Do you want me to mix another one, or do you just want one of these by itself?
Whatever you end up doing, I'm going to drink.
Well, I don't care. I just figured we'd make another one, but if you want...
mix
it
them
didn't
up.
seem like you liked it. So.
No.
Oh, now it's going down better?
It was just shell shock. It tastes like a beer version of the Knob Creek, which, again, it's drinkable, for God's sakes. Redneck, adding a little spicy vodka, extra kick. Yes, sir. Gunwild, yo ho. This 27 sub comment, yippee-ki-yay. And then I add motherfucker. Dr. Fat Nuts. Become ungovernable. Whiskey and revolution for all. Exactly. The problem is there's enough of us, but we can never get together enough, and the 1%ers are now ruling the United States.
Well, like, really, I'm trying to think about, like, how we go about this, right? And the only thing I can think of is, I think it was in Philly, it was just on the news, a Philly man shot someone trying to either steal their Cadillac converter or their car. Whatever they're doing, they were fucking with this guy's car. And he had a permit to carry, but he didn't have a permit for the gun. And the guy's dead. So now this guy is being charged with I believe murder, and he's getting charged with no gun license or whatever. That the widow of the thief is now trying to go after him for wrongful damages. She wants money to be compensated. So now this is a problem with America. The fucking douchebags that are clearly in violation of the law to begin with are the ones that get rewarded, while the ones just defending their own selves and property are now the victims.
Yeah, if you're...
Or no, they've been the victims. They started as the victims, and now they're being victimized again because they're now being lawsuits against them, and they're facing jail time for defending their own thing. My thing is, we need to, I think, stand up as a country and start going to these courthouses in large masses. I mean, this is just one of my ideas. Like, I mean, how else do you stick up and defend this kind of shit? Like, we have to stick behind this guy in masses to let them know this is not going to fucking go.
Well, that's what should happen, but what will happen is probably something completely different. Tom says, nice shirt, Captain. How things up there these days in the north? We
haven't gotten a lot of snow.
We haven't had snow in a few days.
It hasn't been extremely cold.
Redneck, just noticed you're wearing the Crazy 8 shirt. Nice. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. And they put Captain on mine. So Redneck. Hi Jorgensen ran for POTUS. Hi Jorgensen ran for POTUS in 2020 on the platform that she would disband the ATF day one in office. I'd stand behind that. I'd get rid of... well, first of all, the IRS. Not a single one of you assholes would ever have a job. The ATF is gone. The FBI has proven that they are a deep state operative for the Democratic Party.
So, yeah, I think they should definitely get rid of the CIA, the FBI. ATF definitely gone. But here's the thing. I don't think that all the FBI or the CIA is bad. What I think, though, is that we have to have some fail switches in place that no matter what president is in charge, they can't control them. Because basically what they are is they're just another arm of the president.
Proven with both Facebook and Twitter. Multi-Gunman says whiskey. Mr. 27 says tomato whiskey. Oh, God. Gun glutton. I drove down to West Palm Beach the other day to see my old man. My wife told me I will need more than just 2 pairs of boxers in case I have an accident. I told her I'd be fine. Turns out she was right. I should have listened to her. I wish someone told me when you turn 35, you should never trust a fart again. 35?
I've been telling Charlie that since he was probably 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, God. Wade says, just wait till you turn 65. Miss 27 says, change your diet, perhaps? Gun glutton to Miss 27, I just need the EDC extra boxers. McLean, I almost messed myself on my honeymoon. Should have seen that as a sign for the rest of the marriage. Wow, nice zipper. It's up too far. Zeus says, cheers. Cheers, Zeus. Smile money. I researched the 88-day issue on the brace, but I will not say what I found. I just believe the brace rule will not stand.
Oh, I absolutely agree with that because it wasn't brought up as a law. It was the ATF fucking said it. The ATF has no authority to make a law.
Well, I just mentioned yesterday an attorney for the Gun Owners of America questioned an ATF agent, and the 88 days. If you do not get approved within 88 days, you're declined. Which means you sent them your name, your address, all the information for the pistol that you are supposedly going to get that stamp for, which is bullshit. It's not. That lawyer said the bottom line is the whole thing is a trap. And having said that, I'm not going to stand here and give you legal advice, but the whole thing is a trap. Do you want to go into a trap? No. So, it doesn't matter. What the fuck? You know it's just trying to take something from us. Because you're going to tell me that
it's either more tax monies or more limitations on our firearms. And either way, both of them are against our rights. Yeah. I mean, we're already being overtaxed. I don't care what anyone says. Taxes came up because of the war, and they were supposed to stop. That never fucking happened.
It was supposed to be temporary.
That never happened. So we're worse off than. I mean, we're right back to why we became an independent country. Why we became a country for ourselves to begin with was taxation.
Representation.
And we're right back where we were. They're trying to tax the shit out of us, and they're trying to take our guns.
Sharky says it shouldn't, as an agency making up laws. That's not how the separation of crap works. Smile money. Well, there's a law about the short-barreled rifles, but they broke that law via regulations that allowed braces for the handicapped. Not sure how many disabled people wanted to shoot AR pistols one-handed, or how many able-bodied people ever wanted to shoot an AR pistol like an actual pistol. Thus, the ATF opened the door and the brace rule was hijacked and used for an unintended purpose. The number of people that actually strapping a brace to their forearm is way fewer than the people that wanted to have a short-barreled rifle. Now, the Constitution debate about the SBR law is another topic, but that's not overturned by the Supreme Court. Sharky, back to him. I am well aware of the NFA, where it came from and why it was voted in. Also, the initial inclusion of handguns of the NFA, items that were you were to have for a $200 tax stamp, back when that many times the price of the firearm. Who opened the door or not and completed irrelevant to how things should be. Law agencies, police, ATF, FBI, or whoever they are to enforce the laws. They are not to interpret or define laws. That's for the courts. Oh my God. Can we pretend I read all this shit? Braces, blah, 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 smile money back, okay, but the only reason that the brace was allowed was the rule interpretation. So did the ATF violate the law by allowing the brace to be for the disabled? Agencies always interpret the law. The process then for the courts was to hear someone impacted by the interpretation. If the court believes that has merit, then they should hear the case and the rule.
The brace was only allowed. No. Again, that's against our rights, though. Our rights shall not be infringed with guns. So,
yeah, the whole thing's bullshit. You can sit and argue about this, that, and the other thing all day long, but the bottom line is, it's nothing more than a tyrannical grab of our freedoms.
Hey, people want to say that we should not have guns that can shoot 60 bullets or how many rounds a second or this or that. Fuck you. Okay. Well, how would I just fucking start ordering some goddamn cannons and I'll put them at every goddamn door and stick them out every window? I think that's going to be a lot more damage.
Night redneck. Well, what about the street key grenade launcher that you can get put under an AR? So you got your AR and you switch and me and you can legally own those. And one of the, not the grenade part, but one of the things that you can get for that,
should be.
Well, I should be able to. One of the things you can get for that is a thing that looks like a grenade, but it actually holds up to, I don't even remember what the Eric Petway has several of these. So when he pulls the trigger, it shoots up to like 22 rounds at once out of it.
I've seen something like that. Was that the Beehive? Is that what that's called?
I don't know. Most people just refer to that whole thing as the street key.
Yeah, I think the 22 one is like the Beehive or something. But you can do that with the shotgun. You can do that. You can put a under-barrel shotgun attachment on there too. Do the same thing with just 12-gauge slugs or birdshot, whatever.
I would rather have a shotgun under my AR than anything.
Yeah.
Mainly because I just laugh. They're trying to go after the AR. Why are they trying to go after the AR? Because it's the most sold firearms in America per year, every year, practically going back to the creation of the AR.
I'm waiting for them to go after Glocks because, that's a pretty big one too. You're going to have to start taking guns from cops. Well, seriously, I'm thinking that's next on the list.
Well, that is the progression of how this works. They slowly take one thing at a time until we have nothing. And then there's the sheep that are like, well, you can have that because who really needs that? That was like going back to the stupid bump stock. You don't understand what I'm fighting for here. I'm fighting for our fucking rights and freedom. Am I fighting for the stock? No. And by the way, like I've said all along, mine never fell off my boat while I was fishing. I have it. I've always had it. I will always have an AR pistol. I will always have whatever they say we can't have. Because our founding fathers said to the authorities, eat a dick. This is why we formed our country. So we wouldn't be told about how to wipe our ass in what direction. You realize how many gun laws have been put in effect in the last 100 years? And every one of them just trickles in.
Too many.
And people say, well, who needs that? Well, who needs a full auto? I fucking need one.
Yeah.
J-Dog's here at home with an GE minigun that he's field stripping. Get in. Mike says, cheers, man. Cheers, Mike. Cobra says, Edward 5. E5.
Fuck, we better rip this shit up quick, man. We got dinners to make.
I keep ending up with freaking white pegs on the board that aren't supposed to be here. E5 is a miss. It was already called.
Alright, what you want here? What's your pick?
Your choice. Dinscourage. Do you have a Batliff? I do not. Sharky says, don't think he has, but those are epic blades. Heck yeah. No, I don't have one. Mr. Mark Mack says, fire on D8. D8 is a miss.
think we've done this for a little while.
Oh, going classic.
Some Lefroy.
McLean says, Matt, I made a New Year's resolution to be more polite. So, Matt, may I please see your CAC? McLean, Eric, I've had about 75 days worth of pew chat. Enough. Now, please, for Wade's sake, don't ass around table discussion. Do it or else you'll lose your butthole. McLean, why is the name Bush when we know he shaves? This is a repeat. Oh God. Or OG was removed. McLean, the more higher I gets, the more things want to tell you guys. Mr. 27 says fun.
Jolson, that'd be like dipsticks, not dipshits.
I was wondering where the hell you got the shot glasses, but I forgot there's some over there, isn't there?
No, I grabbed them right behind you. I got skinny fingers, so I squeezed them right on behind you.
Jolson, we need less cowbell. Okay. Jolson, you should get the Two Hearted Variety Pack. It has beers such as Double Hearted Ale, Light Hearted Ale, Two Hard Ale, and others.
I believe we've had that. We've had a few of them.
I'll have to look at the pack, but I think we've had
everything in
everything you've said. Oh, Sharky. Am I close?
Yeah.
Jolson, the problem with putting the review on the TV and you can't turn it to 2 times speed because ain't nobody got time to watch this shit on normal speed.
You know what? I wish you just had the subtitles. I wish you had subtitles because I'm at work watching them and I don't know a damn thing.
I don't know an easy way to do that. I thought
I'll read the comments.
YouTube had some algorithms, but evidently I have to type. I'd have to type our entire conversation out or something.
Oh, I think they have apps for that.
Jolson, the only thing better than a good Bloody Mary is cowbell. Mr. 27 sub comment, the other cowbell, then extra cowbell after. And Tardisia says, preferably shaken, not stirred.
All right, here you go, good sir.
I'm just trying to, where are we? Oh my God. I'm gonna die. I should have started dinner before I started this.
Right, I got tuna steaks I gotta go make. Charlie is set on the tuna steaks. It's been a while.
Tuna steaks are damn good too.
They are. I cooked them up for Jim and his brother. His brother like, damn, this is fucking really good. Jim, every now and then he does alright with his cooking.
What an asshole.
That's what I thought.
Jolson, I think the only way I could actually get a free stamp is if when you submit the pictures, they are just of a strip lower, and of course state that once approved, you plan on making it into an SBR, as always traditional, had to do for the Form 1, is ask for permission, and then assemble upon getting approval. Then, he says, please no, the VSBR rules should have been thrown out the window because it's the stupidest thing ever, and oh no, it's a short barrel rifle or a shotgun. Oh my concealable, or wait, if I want to conceal something, there is this intention that came into 200 plus years ago called a handgun. I believe, but I might be wrong on that. I called as I would never own one of those dangerous devices. I heard they kill people all the time. Would you like some of my Kool-Aid? It's real good. M-A-S-A? Masa gave it to me. Jolson, we need more cowbell. Oh, God.
He's really gung-ho about that cowbell, isn't he?
Tardisia says 64% more. Chuck says, you've been told again.
Hello point. The comment he just read.
Mr. 27 says, told what? And Chuck says, the comment he just read.
Oh, I skipped that. Okay.
Yeah, well, kind of answered that with this. EMT Rail fan, B7 and... B7 is a miss, and... Crap, they're gonna start thinking I took all the ships off the board. Mr. 27 says 41st, then he says, fuck Joe Biden and those who want you to play bingo.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
Then he says the fuck Joe Biden brew balmy brew making company. Maybe that should be the next YouTube channel. Mr. 27 says less homo.
Fuck Joe Biden! Fuck Joe Biden!
Then he says basement pop in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3.
I got like 4 minutes.
Then he says Disney boobies. What? No time stamp? Sharky's upset with him. He should be. Sharky, cheers all. Love the Sunday Bloody Sunday cover. Oh, another shoddy on deck. No one blocking it this time. But have no clue what it is. Looks generic. No guest and Bloody Marys. Here we go. I'm sorry. I kind of spaced that out yesterday. It is a
Rock Island.
Rock Island. And
No, do you know how much those go for originally? I'm guessing they're relatively cheap.
I did not look this
All right,
particular one up,
I'll look it up. That's all right.
but I wanna say you're in the
300.
300. And this one is I think this one's gonna end up on duty upstairs in the bedroom, because nothing says die like a pump shotgun. Sharky, eggs over here are between $3 and $5 a dozen, depending on the type and size of the egg. Can even get a tray of 30 for like 8. The planet is fine. Not sure about the U.S. No, we're screwed, Sharky.
I'm
Sharky?
seeing right here. The single shot's $200. That one, the 5+1, $233. I don't know if it's the same one, but I mean,
Have to make it a two-parter. Gotta pick up girls for handball practice. Going wild. How's my Sunday? Picked up my daughter from the airport. Now it's Monday. I have time to watch the shit show. Then he says, Charlie 9. C9 is a miss. You know what's going to happen? It's going to be miss, 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 and then after the first hit, they'll all be hits.
oh god.
It'll be the shortest round ever. Salty says, why are you not naked? I am under my clothes. Then Jay says that's not the laser that came with the gun. Thanks, Jay. Last comment. Jay, I have one of the MP57s on the way. The gas delay blowback is best way to go for the 5.7. The issue I have is Smith & Wesson's quality lately has been total shit. Also, the grip looks bulky as fuck. Okay. So, on the Does It Mix, we mix more. Look, you see this shit? This is an hour, and nobody's here. Okay, I gotta go cook.
That's all right. Yeah, we both do. Hey, good seeing you guys.
As far as Does It Mix, I think he likes it more than me. It's very drinkable.
I'd say 7.5.
If this was just coming out of the can, I have no problems with it. It's just giving me cold chills on how much it's the beer version of the whiskey. So for that,
You can't hate it. You just didn't like the whiskey.
I'd give it a 7. Cheers.